What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about my rods. I know I talk about them a lot. I have a crappy video on one of my first videos on this channel of my rods. But we're going to take a look at my entire combo, the rod, the reel, and my leader. I'll deal with the sinkers in a little bit because I'm still making some. Actually, you know what? I'll throw them in there. So, yeah, let's jump right into it. So, I talk about my rods a lot in my videos. Man, I don't know what to tell you. I'm bit. I'm stuck. It's all there is to it. I use Danny King rods. I use Danny King bait, the Suki Gizzard Bait, yeah. So let's take a look at them. So first things first, you will not be able to find these rods anymore. I believe there's still some on the website, but I don't think they are actually Danny King owned anymore. I don't even think that website is Danny King owned. So, yeah, here it is. It is man, I don't remember. It is a 7'6", medium heavy action, 15 to 30 pound line rod. Now, I've had these rods for well over a year. See if I can get it to focus. I've had these rods for well over a year, I think almost 2 years. So this is kind of a long-term review. I know, let me turn to the side a little bit, see if I can desaturate the lens. The color has held up really well. Everything on the rod has held up really well. There's definitely some dirt, mud, and junk on there. But overall, it holds up really good. It really gets beat up a lot. These rods get fairly beat up. They hold up really good. Got some stinky stink bait stuff on there. Let's take a look. I believe these were 7 eyelets. I don't remember. Fluorescent yellow tipped for the last foot, roughly about a last foot. Everything on these rods, these are one piece, so they don't split. They have this little finger grip, so these are made for these. I got corrected a lot in my first video that these are not bait casters. These are conventional reels. But they really are bait casters. Or at least they are considered to be bait casters, all the big fancy companies. But anyways, these are Abu Garcia 6500 C3 carp specials. You can see that it is made in Sweden. I don't know what that sound was. If I can get it to focus, let me tap the screen. I cannot get it to focus. These are made in Sweden, stamped, not with the little sticker on there. So these are real rods, or reels, I'm sorry. So I cast usually somewhere between 2 to 5 ounce weights. This is a 5 ounce sinker. It's really, really heavy. We've been getting a lot of flooding rains. This is a 2 ounce sinker that was on it. I actually, no, that's not. Anyways, so I do cast anywhere from 2 to 5 ounces on these. They do cast really well. Very overall, the rod, caught some fish on it. On these rods, they've not broke. I've caught some turtles. I've caught some stickfish. The stickfish, I can catch the heck out of some stickfish, let me tell you. Turtles, gar, catfish, carp. I've caught a lot of things on these rods. They've lasted me well over a year, if not 2. For the most part, I leave them in the back of my um, Jeep basket, fishing basket thing. I don't know what to call it yet. So let's talk about how would I buy more? Um, Absolutely. I would. In fact, I had texted my buddy the other day to see if I could get some more rods because I would like to finish out getting about a dozen, well, at least 10, 6 or 10 rods to keep stocked up in case something happens. Again, these are 2 years old, never broke, been rained on, sun, cold, hot, you name it. They're really durable. They're built like tanks. They really are. The whole rod itself is fluorescent. Unfortunately, I left my fluorescent light out. It got rained on. A lot of stuff got damaged. But yeah, I will buy more. However, there are no more Danny King built or owned rods anymore. Now, I'm not saying that the new Danny King Signature Series rods are horrible. I am saying that Danny King sold the rod company. I don't know if they're going to be continually being marketed under Danny King Signature Series. I know the little packets, the little pints of Danny King's punch bait, that is no longer owned by Danny King as well. The only thing that is still currently owned at this time is the Suki Gizzard company. Danny King Suki Gizzard Catfish Bait. That is still owned by Danny King at the moment. He is in the market to sell it. He's ready to get out of it and just go fishing. He doesn't want to deal with it. So the legend is still there, but the legacy is going to be there. But he's just no longer owning the companies anymore. He sold his name to, I want to say Walmart. I'm not sure. But he sold the bait and the original bait and the name to Walmart. That's why the new stuff is called Suki Gizzard Catfish Bait instead of Danny King's punch bait. So yeah, go ahead and get on the website. I will post a link to that website in the comment or in the description down below. Check out what he's got. They've got some merch. They got some koozies. They got some hats, shirts, I believe, the rods, and the catfish bait. Now, I will tell you a secret about this catfish bait that he's got out. The original Danny King's bait. I don't know if I should say this, but let's just say while prices of a lot of things have gone up, that stays pretty affordable if you're getting me. However, it is still Danny King's punch bait. If I got in a bind and I was out somewhere where I didn't have any bait, I'd go buy it. Little word of advice though, what I would do is I'd buy the bait, buy a lot of it, and buy a pack of gizzards, throw them in there for a couple of days, let them marinate in there, and use the gizzards only to fish with. I think that would really make a big difference. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this video. Thank y'all so much for watching. Stay safe. Keep fishing.